Yeah, very big welcome to you, my dear Leo. The sun now is in Scorpio, and Scorpio is the transformation, and Scorpio is bringing here the number 13. Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, right? Pluto is in the tarot the last judgment, and so the energy of Pluto is felt through the sun because the sun is ruling you, and the sun is that personality, is that what do we radiate out into the world, and this is the month of transformation. Not just a transformation, actually a transformation where Pluto is transitioning finally into Aquarius, your opposite sign. Aquarius is gonna have Pluto for 20 years as a guest, and you're gonna feel it because your desire, your deepest desire is to reach towards Aquarius. And that's the story, right? That's the story of yin and yang. That's the story of duality. And so this is the 13th major arcana. And so the sun giving the light to the moon, which is in your sign. And so you see here that we understand that when we look to the left, right, we see that as an outer perspective. But then when I become the card, I see that he is looking to the right. And that when we become an energy, then we can radiate it out, then we can shine it out, and we can become it and be it. And so both of them are looking to the left, but we're reading to the right, right? We have 2 weeks the reading to the right and 2 weeks the reading to the left. Why? Because we have the new and the full moon to consider. And when we go to the full moon, it's more like an extroverted path, right? I am showing myself. The moon is visible. And if we're going to the new moon, it's more an introverted path. I'm going within, right? And so then you have 6 months towards your full moon and 6 months towards your new moon, and as such I am creating the reading either to the right or to the left. Now you're the 8th major arcana, and here Scorpio is the 18th major arcana, and we see here that when we calculate the 13 together, there's the 10, the Wheel of Fortune, which is Jupiter, and the 3, here we see the number, the Empress, which is Venus, right? Jupiter and Venus together, that's like now the 4 appears, right, when we calculate together, and we get this Emperor state of being, and I want to go out and show the world what I can do. And so the 4 and the 8 is the 12, and the 12 in the tarot is the Hangman, is Neptune. What is Neptune all about? Letting go, diving deep, right? Reaching a state of consciousness, because Neptune is the 12, and then comes here the 13, which is Scorpio, the death card, the transformation. Out of that, we get the 3, we get Venus, we get this new consciousness that we can then live out into the world. Now you are ruled by the sun, right? Remember that. And the sun here in the tarot is the number 19. And so in the 19 we have Jupiter, and we have 9, the Hermit, right? We have this within. I know I have the light to shine out into the world. And so you understand that you are with the sun, right? And it's funny, I just got this yellow sweater, and it felt like that's what I'm gonna wear for this reading, right? Because you're the sun, you're this yellow, you're this light, and so maybe you should also buy yellow clothes, right? And shine this light out. But now the moon is in your sign, and the moon are our feelings, is our subconscious, right? And the moon is this desire to be seen even in our deepest faults, in our deepest not so pretty things, right? And it's kind of like understanding that we need to integrate the duality as much as we can, and as such we are then feeling more and more complete, more and more at ease with what's going on. So this just right now to the sun and the moon. The yoga position for Scorpio is here, Scorpio pose, right? Vrikshasana. We are putting our feet above our head, and as such we get the transformation. In your deck, the transformation looks like this. It's kind of more easy to see that we become like a child. We see the wonders of this world again, right, in this card, and we understand very clearly that the transformation that we go through is to be a child again. Your yoga pose is Simhasana, is the lion pose, is the lion breath, and as such we see the 8, the infinite inhale and exhale that we can take and that we understand as a union, as a whole. You are the king of fire here in the good tarot that I gave you, and you understand that you as the king of wands radiate like a sun out into this world. Your heart is open, and you are really someone that can shine a light upon people. Is your birthday between July 13 and August 12, then is he your court card. We have the pure Leo energy, right? Then we have a mix, because the dates of the court cards and the dates when the sun is in the zodiac signs are different, and so you should look down below if you are a pure Leo, and you see that at the date, right, from the 13th of July to the 12th of August, we see him, but then maybe the soul is a different date, and so have a look. Here the 8 and the 5 is the 13, and as such you getting the transformation, right? You understand when you are a pure Leo, then you have the 13 as the 5, the 5th zodiac sign, and as the 8, then the 13 appears, and then the 4 is the end result, an emperor, right? An emperor that rules, an emperor that sees the wonders like a child, and as such he acts, right? You are the 5th zodiac sign, and as such then also connected, of course, to the 5th house of play and game and fun and enjoying and being like a cat. And Leo is the extrovert, right? That's the main title for you. You have this, like, I have this radiating energy. I am the sun. The sun is what I show as this inner energy that I want to bring into the world. Back to the last reading, we had Libra Sun giving Leo Moon the light, and the message was to really liberate yourself. You want to look at yourself from within, and you can see, right, we see here the 9 of Swords. And it's really interesting. I always see if there is a reoccurring card, and of course there is. Sometimes I need to really look very closely. I do not immediately always see the correlation, because it's a different deck that I'm using right now, right? And in the Libra deck, different cards came up, but I know there is one. Like I said, there's one that's reoccurring, and I think that's it. You have one, and of course that's enough, right, to dock on or to connect. No, you actually have two. You see, I always realize it then at the end. So you have 2 cards reappearing, and as such I can actually include that. It means that you need to look at that again, right? So we understand, of course, when a card is coming back, it's just a message, a second message from that energy that is letting you know you haven't done your work yet. Kind of, right? So we begin the reading with the King of Fire. We begin with this human body, and this human body is what actually needs to understand, what do I feel, what do I go through, and the messenger of water is coming here. And the messenger of water is Pisces. And Pisces is the Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups is someone that searches for love. You have this love deep within you, and he's the 12th zodiac sign, and so the 12 and the 5 is the 17. Guess what? The 17 is your opposite sign, is Aquarius, and the 17 came last time up. So already you see here the star, right? The major arcana, the soul aspect, is talking and is letting you know you can become a star when you accept Aquarius as this opposite energy. And so the 17 is appearing here. The 17 calculated together, we get the 8, and the 8, that's you. So incorporate the quest of love, the search for love, the way here the messenger of water is doing it. And you see here the seahorse, and the seahorse is the only male that gives birth to the babies, and so it's a revolution in there, right? And that's, I think, what he is searching for. He's searching to find this kind of love in the patriarch, in the masculine, right? And that's an important message. Then I want to see what is actually the messenger of water saying to you. And I used his deck, and you got from Osho Zen Tarot the Sorrow. And the Sorrow is the 9 of Swords, and you had the 9 of Swords last time as well. And it's this woman with all these eyes upon her, right? The 9 of Swords. And it's interesting because here you get the 9 of Swords one more time. And you will see when I read to you what this card means. But it's almost like search for your love. Search for something that really fulfills you. And heal the 9 of Swords. And the 9 of Swords here, it's really beautiful because usually it's quite the nightmare, right? The 9 of Swords is kind of like, okay, I'm really not in a good place, etc. And I have nightmares. And so the message here is, the image is of Ananda, the cousin and disciple of Gautam Buddha. He was at Buddha's side constantly, attending to his every need for 42 years. When Buddha died, the story is told that Ananda was still at his side weeping. The other disciples chastised him for his misunderstanding. Buddha had died absolutely fulfilled. He should be rejoicing. But Ananda said, "You misunderstand. I'm weeping not for him, but for myself, because for all these years I have been constantly at his side, but I have still not attained." Ananda stayed awake for the whole night, meditating deeply and feeling his pain and sorrow. By the morning, it is said, he was enlightened. Times of great sorrow have the potential to be times of great transformation, the 13, right? But in order for transformation to happen, we must go deep to the very roots of our pain and experience it as it is, without blame or self-pity. There we go. So, no self-pity here. The Knight of Cups is saying, you are love. Find deep down this energy. Cry me a river, because he's the river. And then you will see eventually it's gone. Right? And so the 12 and the 9 is the 21. The whole world feels this sorrow. The whole world is really going through a big transformation. And as such, you understand the 21 is the world, is Saturn. Our borders are actually those energies that we now trying to not block anymore, right? Borders. Why can we create borders? Just because we can say this is our land because I'm born there and someone else cannot come there? It doesn't make sense, but this is what we do as humans, right? Once we are stuck in the duality. And so you see that the 21 turns into a 3, the 5 and the 3 is the 8. And the 8 is you again. Then I want to see what the Mother Peace Tarot is bringing, and you get the Sun of Swords to the left. And the Sun of Swords is a Gemini. So you have a Pisces and a Gemini and you. So there are 3 people here. So what's going on, right? You, the Leo energy, then here a Pisces looking to the right, but when we become it, we see that's what we find deep within, the love, right? And then here a Gemini facing to the left. And facing to the left, right, Gemini is actually letting you know that he is quite a cruel personality. When you look at him, right, you see him here. He has destroyed the roses, and he's a little, you know, he's not the coolest person here in this deck. And so to the left, he allows other people to influence him when he's tilted to the left, right? And so understand that you feel like you are getting influenced by searching for love, right? If these are not people, if this is something you feel, then you are getting influenced by this search for this purest love in the world, right? Because it's the 21. The 21 plus the 3, it's the 3rd zodiac sign. We get then the 24, and out of the 24 we get, of course, the 6, and the 6 is love, self-love. Now, of course, I can make out of the 12 a 3, and this 3, there is a 33 as a portal, and the 33 is the most important double-digit number. And this portal means you have become a master in not falling prey into what the Gemini is bringing here towards you. And so I want to see what is Gemini telling you. And Gemini is telling you that the nights are coming here. And remember, we had, hold on one second, I'm just going to try to hold it all. And you remember we had the 9 of Swords here. So now this is very interesting, right? We have Pisces that is letting you know, here, go deep into your sorrow. I help you because this is what I do. And now Gemini is getting here the 9 of Wands. And the 9 of Wands is connected with the moon in Sagittarius. And so Gemini and Sagittarius are opposite of each other the same way Aquarius is opposite of you. And here we see that you need to learn that whatever people say, whatever people do, you hold this one light, right? And you hold yourself on this one wand. And the 9-9 is almost like helping you to overcome the 9 swords. And you see that the 9-9 is an 18, and in your subconscious you're learning to take action, and really in that action you are taking action to receive the sorrow, to receive the tears, right? And to let them flow, and in that flow you can let go. You can let go of the cruel energy this world sometimes displays of, right? And so maybe when we see a lot of cruelty in the world, we have as ourselves that cruelty also still as seeds lurking in the deep dark, in the subconscious, right? And so this is the 18, that's the moon in your sign, and you feel that because the moon is in your sign. And so you see here the 9-9 is an 18 and the 9 is left. Then here we have the 33 we leave, and here the 5. So the 9 and the 5 is the 14, that's Sagittarius. And Sagittarius is like, there is temperance. Find the patience to overcome whatever there is you need to overcome. And the 5 is left. You are left. You are left in all of this difficulty, and you are left also with the 33, and as such we have the message, you can do it, you can become a master. You just have to trust it and believe it and know that that's something you can do. Okay, then we look at the Strength card. And the Strength card is the number 8, is bringing you Fortune's wheel. And that's Jupiter. And Jupiter is saying, well, everything is turning and spinning. And so you get the 18 here again. And the 18, like we know, is the moon, is the subconscious. And so you're learning really clearly to understand something here. So in the subconscious, right, we understand that here we learn very clearly to overcome things that are making us attached to a fixed state of consciousness. It doesn't exist. Everything is spinning and turning, and we learning more and more about also what lurks deep in the subconscious. And so I want to see what is the wheel of fortune, or Fortune's wheel, bringing. And it's the Sleeping Beauty's dream, the number 3. So here you get the 13, and the 13 again is Scorpio, the Death card, right? Understand that you are learning to overcome a deep sleep, a state of consciousness where you're dreaming about things, but you have to become now someone that says, well, I want to live this here. I want to be this person here that is transforming itself and is becoming the 4, and then takes action like an emperor. And so the 4 and the 8 again is the 12, the Neptune energy, the hangman. Let go, right? Because here she's entangled into sleepiness, and you gotta wake up and come out of that. And so this is what the Wheel of Fortune is telling you. Then I want to see what is, of course, Scorpio bringing, and here we get the Aquarius, the star. And that's the card that came last time as well, right? Aquarius, right? The star came. And so you are realizing that Aquarius is helping you to overcome this wild side deep within you, where you're learning more and more to realize that this is your opposite sign. And look at how simple she is. She's just washing her hair here. But she is the star, and she doesn't need to do anything. She is clearly connected. Now here the 17 turns into an 8. We have an 8-8 portal here, right? And the 10, which also is a 1. And so in a way, understand that you are learning to become more simpler while you heading towards Aquarius. Aquarius is really not this extroverted personality, but he or she has quite a lot of knowledge, and that knowledge is in the air. Now I wanted to see what is Aquarius wanting to tell you, and Aquarius is bringing you the Wheel of Fortune again. And so you see that you are part of a mechanism, you're part of this universe. Everything in this universe is spinning and turning, and there's nothing fixed. Everything is vibrating, and when your body dies, then even the death of your physical body is becoming food for the next generation. That's what this is saying. Your body is decaying and is food for the next generation. And so you see that you have a 10-10 and here the 17, right, all together. This is the 37, and the 37 is the 10. The 10 is left, right? And so you understand very clearly that something here is telling you to really come into your power, a power that is transforming, a power that's not staying always the same. And as such, you understand that Aquarius is telling you, yes, the Wheel of Fortune, Jupiter, take that opportunity, take that energy out there, because the Wheel of Fortune has come anyway. Now, what is bringing you the Mother Peace Tarot? You get the 10 of Cups to the left, up, and the 10 of Cups to the left is pointing at the Wheel of Fortune. the Wheel of Fortune, where you got here the Sleeping's Beauty dream, right? And you understand that the 13 here is important, because here it's a 10-10 portal that you understand clearly, and you need to awaken to the fact that you need to awaken. You need to wake up, right? You need to become here a 4, and the 4 and the 10 is the 14. That's again temperance, and temperance then is the Sagittarius energy, which is also Jupiter. Take that action out, and then the 5 is left, and the 5 is you as the Zodiac sign, or the 5 as the Hierophant, or the 5 senses, right? But the Hierophant in itself is the spiritual teacher, and you can become a spiritual teacher in understanding what's going on here, right? And so we have the 8-8 and the 10-10 as a portal here, right? And we leave that, and as such you understand the message quite clearly. Then we look at the Sun, and the Sun is bringing you here the groundedness and the gravity. And so here's the 19, and this is the 39. The 19 becomes the 10, right? And here the 39, the Venus energy, and again the Hermit, which is in the 19 as well. Here we get a 12. The 12 we know is the Hangman, letting go. And then the 3 is left. The 10 and the 3, again the transformation. So Scorpio is very clear. Scorpio is saying, yeah, transformation is imminent, because you're gonna feel Pluto entering Aquarius. Aquarius has come. Aquarius is gonna bring a whole new type of stardom. It's not anymore, oh look at me, I'm so famous, I'm so amazing. No, look at me, I'm actually here washing my hair, and my wisdom becomes the information that's pouring down here on the planet Earth, and that helps others to understand what information is coming now from other consciousness. And so the 13, out of the 13 we get the 4, the Emperor, acting upon this one energy, right, that you feel here in this one wand, Moon in Sagittarius, right? No matter what, no matter how difficult it has been, you can still get enlightened, right? And it's really beautiful, because we see he is sitting here and he's like sad, but look, it's very close. The deeper down he goes, the more he gets deep down to the enlightenment, and that's the message right here. Then I want to see what is coming from your deck, and you get the 10 of water. The 10 of water has come before. The 10 of water is actually Mars in Pisces, and Mars is, of course, the action, is what rules the Emperor, right, Aries. And so you have a 10-10, you have 20 cups, and 20 cups, that's the 20 of Pluto. 20 is the last judgment, the calling. Pluto going into Aquarius. Aquarius has come up. You're gonna feel that. And of course you're gonna feel that also in your feelings. And here it has pointed over to the left, right? It has pointed to the Sleeping's Beauty dream. Remember that? And so here the 10 and the 3 was a 13 as well, right? And the 4 is coming up again and again. So it's really beautiful, but you have 20 cups, and that's Pluto. That's the last judgment, right? And so, yeah, you see that you are learning to arrive here. You are learning to become the Buddha, the enlightened Buddha, right? And you are going to go down into the light, and you are going to be the light. And you know that, and you feel that. And for some reason, it's not easy for you to accept it. So let it happen, right? It's something that you inevitably are not able to comprehend, right? But it will happen. Then I want to see what is actually Scorpio saying here to the gravity, and the 3 of Cups are coming, and that's Mercury in Cancer. Now you have 23 cups. 23 cups calculated together, we get the 5. You you understand, you need to learn more and more that this is happening, that you are gonna be really happy when you find who you are deep within, right? And so the 39 is the 12 is the 3 of cups, the 33 comes here again, and you had already a 33, right, through the Sun of Swords and through the Knight of Cups, which is Pisces, right? And this is Mars in Pisces. So there is this combination. You need to take action, right? You need to see what is it that makes you sometimes feel sad. And so we understand that the 3 here, again, the 33 is clear, right? You understand the mastery in all of this. To be the light, to shine the light, right, is mastery. And in that mastery, you need to accept what's coming. Mercury in Cancer, Mercury, the messenger, Cancer, the biggest healer, is letting those 3 of Cups, right, overflow. And the 3 is in here, right, in the 13, and the 3 has come, and the 3 is the Empress, is Venus. And so I want to see what is, of course, here the Mother Peace Tarot saying, and we get the Devil, we get Capricorn slightly to the left, down, right, and left down, it's like the gravity that was holding us here through Pluto in Capricorn, right? 15 years Pluto was in Capricorn, and now Pluto is going into Aquarius. We're going up, we're going into the lightness of being, right? And this is finished. It's saying no more, right, of this like intense negativity here in the earth realm, in the financial realm, in the I am powerful, I can do whatever I want. No, you cannot do whatever you want. We know that this is finished, right? And so the 15 comes here, and the 15 is that moment where we learn that I can combine the 5 and the 1 into the 6, and I get the third eye, and that's where I see all of this. That's where I see all of this. That's where I can talk from, right? And so you have the 33, you have the 6, and here you have the 10, and the 10 and the 6 is, of course, the 16. That's the Tower. That's Mars. Mars, right, in Pisces. Sometimes things need to break so that you come into this happiness. Sometimes things need to break so that you can be with your tribe, like praying to the rainbow, praying to the rain, and as such we can survive, we can live. And you see here the 7 appears out of the 16, and that's the emotional intelligence that we need to understand all of this, whatever I'm telling here you, because it's just how I am. And then I want to see what is Capricorn saying, and the 3 of Pentacles is coming, and that's Mars in Capricorn. And this is a 3 again. And so you have the 3 of Cups here and the 3 of Pentacles. This is like celebration, right? And you understand more and more that this celebration is needed in this world. And we will celebrate on the 19th of November when Pluto is entering here, the star, the Aquarius energy. And it's going to stay for 20 years. And you had 20 cups. But then now you have another 3 cups. You have 23 cups, which is good because the 23 is the 5, and you are the 5th zodiac sign, and it's speaking to you directly. So learn to build something with others, right? Learn to enjoy with others, and understand that the 15 and the 3 is the 18. Again, that's the moon. The moon that is in your sign is bringing deep down still seeds that we know we have there, and that we need to let go. And we really need to think about, what do I want to let go that I don't want to bring into Pluto in Aquarius? And you particularly, because Aquarius is your opposite sign, and you want to integrate Aquarius, and as such you're going to feel that. And so the 6 and the 3 is the 9, right? The 9 and the 10 is the 19. The sun. You are the sun. Buy yourself a yellow sweater like me and enjoy the brightness of the color. Enjoy that you are learning to shine like the sun, that you are connected with a dwarf star, right? The sun is a dwarf star, and that the star has come and has told you, yeah, there's a lot that you can change, there's a lot that you can break free, there's a lot that you can integrate. There is the enlightenment almost there, right here, right? Through all the difficulties, she's holding on to the 9, and he has attained the enlightenment after crying all night. And so understands that this is really a beautiful message. But most of all, you are understanding that you are coming up, and that you had a lot of 3, 3, 3s and 4s out of that, right? When it was the 13, because that's Scorpio and the transformation, of course, into this new generation that is gonna do the things completely different, because Pluto is a generational planet. 20 years, the next 20 years in Aquarius, guess what? The geniuses are coming and showing us how it's done. So I hope I see you in the next reading. That's when we get the sun in Sagittarius, and that's hopefully here, right, that you're going to feel Sagittarius pushing and bringing you the required understanding. Until then, I thank you so much for being with me. Namaste.